But I can hear people saying, this is neat. I don't really hear from God. So they sort of, it's easy to exclude ourselves from something because I can hear people making this exception. Well, Margaret is clearly exceptional. She has a relationship with the Lord that's so close that she's hearing from him daily. So I have a twofold question to ask about that. Number one, when you came to the Lord and started making this a habit in your life, you were very Spartan on time. And just the little hindsight of me being raised by a single mom who only had two kids but worked many jobs and was going to school also, you don't have time to waste. You don't have resources to waste. What drove you to even start doing this? Like really making this a habit in your life? Was it the desperation of I need to know what to do. I don't have an inch to spare? Or was there another motivation? So that's my first question. And then secondly, if you could go into this answer too, do you feel that because sometimes we unfortunately boil our relationship down with the Lord into a formula. If you follow these six
Right.
steps, you will hear God's voice. How did you feel like you started really tuning in to his voice to where you were like, I know that's the Lord?
I think you touched on it when you said that, sometimes God nags you, and some people respond right away. But in my 20s, I actually said to God, I people tell me that you hear your voice, and I don't. Maybe I do, but I don't
Yeah.
know that I'm hearing it. So would you help me learn how to? I actually prayed to learn how to recognize His voice. And I had similar
Wow.
experiences to what you just described, where in a week, I had three experiences where I felt like God said, I want you to do this. And the first one was, I want you to make dinner. When I was making dinner, He said, I
Yeah.
want you to invite this family to dinner tonight. And I thought, it was Monday. Why would I do that? They just came to dinner on Friday. And it's a weeknight. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that. And then the thought came again. And here it sounds like in my head, I ought to invite the Joneses to dinner. That's how it sounds in my head. And I was thinking, no, I'm not, it doesn't even make sense. I'm not doing that. Um, Especially tonight, because tonight is the time we spend just with our kids, and we usually do a little Bible study. And we'd actually planned a little Bible study on tithing. And then I had the same thought: invite the Joneses to dinner tonight, invite them to stay for the lesson. And I thought, huh, all right, I'll do it. And they came to dinner. It was interesting because they were out of food, basically, and the reason it came up is because they had made a choice to pay tithing rather than buy food, which, whatever. And before the end of Sunday, they had invitations to dinner every night of the week but Monday.
Wow.
And that's the night God's saying, I want you to invite them to dinner. And so
Wow.
I had to think back to that. What did that sound like in my head? What did that voice, was there a
Mhm.
feeling with it? The fact that it kept coming, that's why I think you call that nagging. I keep feeling the
Yeah.
same thought come. And so that is very common. The thought
Mm.
will come back, and it's a good thought. It might
Yeah.
be, I mean, it's not go rub a bang, bang. It'll be some good thought, and you might blow it off, and then it comes back, right? And then you blow it off, and it comes back, and then I don't argue with myself.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
thought keeps
Yeah.
coming back, I think, you know what? This is probably God, right? This is God.
Wow.
Now, over time, now I started this in my 20s, so that by the time I'm in my 40s,
Hmm.
I will tell you, there are times when I've missed it, but not always.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by the time I'm in my 40s and was sitting down with that list, I really knew how to tune in and hear it by
Yeah.
then.